Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily Oracle reading for December the 17th, Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's my favorite day of the week. So, the cards have been shuffled and divined, and the messages are as follows. The first card that fell is the Seven of Action. And it says you're being called to claim, or I always say, or reclaim your personal power, because this life, how we be, is not anchored in any specific way. It's fluid. And so just because today you're not feeling all that powerful does not mean that yesterday you weren't feeling like you were on top of the mountain, or that you won't return to that feeling tomorrow. So what it says is your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. Now, that keeps coming back because to me that's really a no-brainer. Because if you believe, and if I say I believe, and I do, that we are one and there is only one being, so my struggle has to be with me. On top of the fact, there's absolutely nothing I can do. Well, I'm looking pale here. I need some lips. There is absolutely nothing I can do with your journey. Why? Because it's yours. Now, I can support you, but I need to be really clear that when I'm supporting you, I'm really supporting me. Because if I overdo my support of you, because my motives aren't clear, then I'm not supporting me. And that's why I end up having resentments, because I'm moving out of pocket. And that's not what we came here for. We came here because as a collective, we support the we that is the one. I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense to you, but it makes a whole lot of sense to me. So when it goes back to saying, once again, your struggle, I'm not even going to say may actually. I'm going to say your struggles and all of your struggles are unresolved inner conflict with yourself. I'm going to get back to that. Now let's see what cards support unresolved inner conflict with ourselves. And the supportive card for that is cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life forces. Okay, while we're running all around doing and being and getting into stuff, we pick up tails. It's kind of like a stinky fart, and you walk away and there's a whole little dust cloud behind you, or somebody walks away and they're looking really cool, and you step in and you go, oh, you stinky. Bad word. But it's kind of like that when we walk around in the world. We got little judgments and little things that we're thinking about other people, us, and saying, and sometimes it might not get out of your mouth. But at the end of the day, we have intertwined our energy with so many different kinds of energy, and if we don't clear them away, we're stuck with that stuff to start the next day kind of funky sometimes. So what this is saying is that it's time to let go old, discarded, and unuseful thought processes, things around you. Taking a bath with intention is one of the best way, because water is purifying. And if I don't just say I need to take a bath because I try to take 1, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and jump in and jump out, it's not letting the water do what it's supposed to do. Now you can add bay oil or salts or eucalyptus leaves, and you turn the lights out and find yourself in that place where you see the same thing with your eyes closed as you do with them open, and leave in that tub not only the things that you no longer need that are left on your skin from moving about and just regenerating cells, but leave in that water intentionally anything you picked up through the day that is not going to make you a better you. Ask Spirit to leave in that water anything you picked up. Figuratively or literally. It's a good thing. Because we want to start each day clear. Because guess what? There's some more stuff to pick up tomorrow. The work never ends. But we're in such a better place to pick up, to put down, all of that tomorrow if we leave today's in today. So the next card that holds up this 7 of action, knowing when to be inactive. That's where I wanted to go back to that, because the 7 is a spiritual card, a spiritual number. And on the lowest, when we're not really honing into our power, the lowest end is looking at our relationship with boundaries. And on the highest end, it's about spirituality. So if I've had, and I know I have, patterns of being inactive in areas I need to be active for long periods of time, if I've had patterns of being overactive for long periods of time, meanwhile, I'm out of balance. That's the result of having these patterns for long periods of time. I'm out of balance. Now, it might have been a way of being that I have entertained for a long time. I have always been a doer. I have always been, and this world supports the go-getter. Oh, you're a go-getter. But you end up tired, because while you going and getting what all you need to be or think you need to be going and getting, people are pulling on your coattails to go and get for them. And there's a sense of false power we get from serving. No, it's good when it's serving, but it's a false sense of power when that serving becomes people-pleasing. Now I've lost myself, and I can't be the best me, ergo the best we, if I'm not standing in my power. So the second card that supports us shaking that stuff, after we shake that stuff off and look at our relationships to, on the lowest rung, boundaries, so that, and I'm talking about me, if I've been known as one who moves and moves and moves, at a certain point, that's like astrologically my south node. I'm very comfortable in that energy. But that's not where my best growth is. That's not where Spirit is asking me to go. It's asking me to learn to be comfortable in being and doing less. And guess what? You can push back if you want to. See what happens. You'll find out your little body starts breaking down. You always got aches and pains, because guess what? When you were supposed to be resting, you still doing. I know I'm stepping on my own toes, but hey, some of the best teaching is by example. So the second card that supports the seven of action and the cleansing waters is support. Who would have thunk it? Support. So after all that running and doing and saying to myself, nobody knows how to do it right. Nobody does it like I do it. Okay, well, I'm tired of doing it. So it's time to look around and see who would help you. Well, here's the reality. At any moment, I can call on an army of top-notch people who want the best for me, which means basically I'm invincible. Because all those folks you've been doing for, if you've been doing for them for the right reason, they'll be willing to do it for you. Now you got to let go of the control about how it's going to get done and just know it's going to be done. And the final card in this reading, with that knowing that Spirit supports me, is my favorite, gratitude. And gratitude reminds us that all experiences, whether we label them good or bad, are here for our expansion, are here to help us grow. So when I'm sitting here at the end of the day, after waddling around the front of the house, the side of the house, pushing heavy, icy snow water around, and I recognize there was an army that would be willing to help me if I could let go my control as to when things had to be done, and recognize they're not always going to be done exactly how I would have them done, but I'm not alone. And I need to learn to be more grateful for the blessings that have been graciously given to me. So the message for today is look at the issues you have with people, because those issues are those you have with you. That people are just being who they are. And who they are is a mirror. They're in your life to mirror your stuck places. And so, bless them. Because without them, we won't grow. We'll stay stuck. Because we don't see ourselves. So when you can see the things that's being shown to you through your relationships, that's where the journey begins. So this is Oya Transformation on a Thursday, December the 17th, asking you to remember grace, gratitude, and be thankful for another day. Be love, be light, be well.